Hi, Ricky Rackman here in the streets of New Orleans or Nolans or New Orleans for us guys from Hollywood. Anyways, some of the street musicians in the back, and you can see, look right on the left, Zamfir, the master of the pan flute, is sitting in with them. What a rare occasion we have stumbled upon. Anyway, we're going to be checking out some of the street music and some cool blues here. And we're going to be hanging out the entire evening with a couple of the guys from Alice in Chains. We're going to be going to the historic New Orleans Voodoo Museum. We're going to be going to a cemetery where Marie Laveau's grave is. And Marie Laveau, for those of you that don't know, is the queen of voodoo. So anyway, we're going to be hanging around New Orleans, checking out a whole bunch of stuff. Very killer. And we'll hook up with guys in Alice in Chains in just a little bit. But, you know, right now, it's Countdown to the Ball. That is how we start the Headbangers Ball, with the top 10 rock videos of the week. And right now, here's video number 10. Ricky Rackman here. You know, one thing cool about hosting the Headbangers Ball is we get to travel virtually everywhere around the globe. Now, this is our third time to New Orleans. You might remember a couple years back, we were here with Cinderella, and 2 weeks ago only, we were here with Ozzy Osbourne. And I'm telling you the honest truth. Every time we come here, we have a blast. You know, the cops are cool here, the people are cool here, and there's still that, like, underlying element of danger that surrounds the town. Very interesting place. You look at some of the architecture in the houses, it's reminiscent of, I guess, the Pirates of Caribbean feel, and if you look at some of the houses and stuff, it kind of gives off that view. Anyways, we're going to be hooking up with the guys from Alice in Chains. Got a lot of stuff we're going to check out. Check out some of the Voodoo Museum and a cemetery where Marie Laveau, who is the queen of voodoo, was buried. Interesting stuff. So stick around. But of course, it is Countdown to the Ball, and right now we're going to play video. Actually, we'll play some commercials, and then we'll play it a little bit later. Video number 7. So stick around. Headbangers Ball continues with Alice in Chains from New Orleans. So anyway, if you see people walking around with crutches, it doesn't mean that they hurt their leg. They might just be using Lane Staley as a role model, and that's why crutches have now become a fashion statement. Is that correct?
Well, what it is my foot isn't injured. I use this to get pity dates.
It's a magnet. It's a chick magnet.
It's a girl magnet.
Anyway, if you haven't figured it out, tonight's Headbangers Ball and Countdown to the Ball, we're hanging out with a couple of the guys from Alice in Chains. Lane Staley, Mike Stark. How you doing, Mike?
Good. How you doing, Rich?
So what do you think about New Orleans?
I like it, man. 24-hour partying. Nolans.
I'm going to learn to say it. You'll hear through the course of this evening. I'll be pronouncing it any different ways. You think I'm going to be getting sympathy letters because I'm using your crutches?
I think you're going to get a lot of dates.
You going to work? It's a chick magnet?
It's a
So you'll hobble around for the week and I'll just use the crutches.
You know
okay?
what's a chick magnet?
Oh, here it goes.
This hairdo of yours.
It's fun that we get to do all this stuff with all these different bands, because it gives every band an opportunity to just make fun of my new hair.
I'm not making fun of it. I love it. Look at me, man.
Hey, like you, we were once hippies too.
Yeah, that's right.
And we'll be back talking to Mike and Lane, but right now, let's play video number 7 on Countdown to the Ball from New Orleans. Hanging out with Mike and Lane from Alice in Chains in New Orleans. Nolans. Anyway, when the album Dirt was released, which I do have to commend you on, it's a very good record, and if I didn't think so, I wouldn't say it. But when the album was released, I mean, it entered the charts, the Billboard charts at number 6, and you had to be pretty excited about that. Were you surprised at all?
I was ecstatic, Chuck.
I mean, number 6, that's like high. That's like way up there to enter that high.
That's like top 10. That's like,
Was that something you ate?
I defecated.
Now, is there any songs on the album Dirt that like really stand out? Down the River is probably my favorite, and I love Them Bones. Is there some that you really like?
I think Down in the Hole make any girl.
Is that what it takes?
That's what I think.
I'm doing something wrong.
My favorite song is Godsmack, though. I really like that song.
Now, would you explain the lyrics on Godsmack? It's not a pro-heroin song, is it?
No, it's some of the words
hey,
are like...
but people like to take stuff and twist it around any way they can.
Godsmack is an angry, frustrated, trying to help someone out who's really strung out on heroin song. And being real frustrated and angry and upset about it.
Because you know people like to twist around lyrics any way they can.
Sure they do. If you listen to the words, some of them are, can't get higher, you will die. So we're trying to tell people that, you know.
Right on. Well, we'll be back hanging out with these swell guys, and the heat is beating down on him, and he's starting to reek really bad. So we're going to have the top 4 videos on Countdown to the Ball coming up.
It's smelling that bad. Okay.
Hanging out in New Orleans, hearing some good blues. John Duff over here. playing some slide guitar. If you're walking around the streets of New Orleans, you got to check this guy out. One of the great street performers. You into some blues?
Yeah.
You got the blues? You feeling mighty bluesy?
I just got up the other night and sang some blues at a club, but nothing like this, mother.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, I guess, a cool place to hang out and catch some local flavor, hear some of the local music like this stuff, which is very cool.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen all sorts of stuff here. Tap dancing, blues. They do it all here. This is New Orleans.
New Orleans, that's the kind of stuff you do here. Now, when you're out on the road, I mean, you're in so many different cities and stuff like that. Do you get to check out any of the local flavor in any of the different towns?
Not often, but, luckily we were able to catch some New Orleans last night and today, so pretty cool.
Yeah,
usually we're driving.
Seeing this up right now is very rare because when you're in New Orleans, it's kind of an all-night thing. That's kind of good. You've only got to be here for like 3 days.
I planned to turn in early last night, and I went to bed at 9, and then
you did tune in early in the morning.
You guys got me up at 10.
And get them out till about 6, so it's a crazy rock and roll lifestyle. Well, we're going to let John Duff play some more New Orleans style blues, and we're going to play video number 4, so check it out. In New Orleans with Mike Starr, Alice in Chains, killer blues going on in the background, digging it.
Right, definitely.
Anyways, any plans on some new videos that we're going to see? We've got Them Bones, which we're playing on Headbangers and regular MTV all the time. What's going to be the next video from you guys?
We're going to do a video called from a song called Angry Chair, which is on Dirt. We're going to do that in about 2 weeks.
And you got any ideas of what the video is going to be about?
It's going to be Demented, the Angry Chair. Just think about it. I think Lane's going to be strapped in like an electric chair.
Now, when you do the videos, do you guys come up with the ideas, or does a different video director come up and say, hey, I've got this idea, I want to do this with this song, or this with this song, or do you say, oh, let's strap Lane to this chair, or whatever?
Well, I'll tell you, we come up with the original ideas, and then the video producer ad-libs, and he has his own ideas, which he puts to our ideas, and together we make the video.
Are there any 3 things, like, out of, like, playing live, recording albums, or making videos, that you like more than the other 3, or are there one of them that kind of drives you crazy?
Yeah. Playing live is the best. Making the album is second best. Videos are the worst. Videos
takes a long time.
Drag on and on, yeah. 36 hours sometimes.
And listen to the crowd. They all agree with you. And they're also excited because the #1 video on Countdown to the Ball is coming up, hanging out with Alice in Chains in
a few minutes.
No, I was going to have you say where we at, because I don't pronounce it right.
Oh, no, Nolan.
There you go. Stick around. Here in New Orleans with Lane and Mike from Alice in Chains, and we're about to head our way over to the historic Voodoo Museum. Excited to hit the Voodoo Museum.
Look at that guy over there. Hey, you with that? Hey! Come over here.
No, he's acting like a clown.
Good answer. He's acting. What a clown.
What a clown. Anyways, tell me, got any interesting road stories you can tell us?
Oh, Lane and the cow? Forget about it.
Well, I mean stuff that happens that's out of the ordinary.
Exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay, any interesting road stories you can tell us about Mike? Okay, any interesting road stories you can tell us about Ozzy? Because they are out with Ozzy right now.
He's absolutely insane. He's the coolest guy I've ever met.
I mean, you having a good time with him?
Yeah, he's great.
That's very good, because he was on the head
foot, and he gave me...
Okay, because he was on the Headbangers Ball a couple weeks ago, and he was saying really good stuff about you guys, so...
He's very hospitable to us. He gives us anything we want on the rider. He always comes in the dressing room.
On the rider?
On the rider. He asks us whatever we want, we get. Stink bombs in our room, which we're not...
Every night he cracked a stink bomb
in our room, we got off the stage.
But we got him with
an exploding cigarette. So.
All right, well, we're going to go over to the historic Voodoo Museum and explore the world of voodoo. But right now, let's play a video. From voodoo to a video, here is video #1 on Countdown to the Ball.
I
crazy woman that I'm loving. Oh, Lord, oh, baby, said, oh, baby.
Hi, I'm Ricky Rackham. I'm here with Mike Starr and Lane Staley from Alice in Chains. We're in the New Orleans Historic Voodoo Museum. And Lane wants to say a few words.
Watch him become a god.
All right, then. Well, okay, then. We're going to go in here.
You like my
We're gonna
Mike
check it
Starr
out.
imitation? Anyways, we were just walking around the French Quarter here in lovely New Orleans.
Yeah, we
yes.
were.
And didn't we enjoy it?
We
loved
did.
it.
We did.
My
We
feet are
liked it.
tired. And my back is tired from carrying Lane.
My foot's tired.
My groin hurts.
Anyways, we're about to check out the New Orleans Historic Voodoo Museum. So, let's play a video from these wacky guys, and then we'll be back. And what video is this, Lane Staley?
I don't know, what?
It's your first hit single,
Wood, Them Bones, Man in the Box.
one of those.
I forgot what it's
Okay, then.
Let's
Let's just throw this wacky ditty on. Here is Man in the Box from these guys and a couple other guys who aren't here.
And a couple cows.
Exactly.
And a duck.
And a pig.
Ricky Rackman here with Mike and Lane from Alice in Chains. We're in New Orleans Historic Voodoo Museum, and we're going to get a little tour of the stuff. What do you think? You believe in a lot of this voodoo stuff?
Yes, I do.
If you didn't, this probably wouldn't be the right place to say it anyway, right?
No, it wouldn't.
What do you think?
Yeah, is there something that'll make me last longer in bed here?
Well, you know what? We're about to get a little tour and find out. I mean, you guys have any little superstition things or things that you do before you go on stage?
I like to rub Lane's belly for luck.
And what do you rub your own belly?
No, I rub his loins for luck.
Well, we're going to be back. We're going to get a little tour of this, the New Orleans Historic Voodoo Museum. And,
Have you been on TV with the hairdo yet?
yeah, for about 3 weeks. Thanks for watching. For about a month. For a month and 3 weeks. Thanks for watching, Lane.
Oh,
It's the new hairdo, the voodoo hairdo.
voodoo.
That you do so well. We'll play a commercial, and then we'll come back and learn all about voodoo. On location in New Orleans Historic Voodoo Museum, here with Mindy. And Mindy, what is your title here?
My title here is tour guide.
Tour guide. Is that an old original voodoo word, the tour guide?
Yes, ancient,
One that guides the tours.
right, ancient African word.
Okay. Now tell us, you're about to make Lane here a
gree bag.
And what is a gree bag?
A gree bag is a bag which has a combination of herbs and oils that will bring a person's spiritual power depending on what he needs. Do you want luck, love, or money? Do you want to get rid of bad luck, or depending?
What do you think?
Yes. Yes.
No. All of these.
I think if you have money, then the love will follow.
Oh, you need about... Okay, so I can only...
Of course.
I want Mike to fall in love with me.
You have to be careful because this stuff works, you know.
Hair or something. I don't know.
You should told me we could have done tons of bags for me.
Okay,
If you get one with money, then the love follows.
money, but see, I blow money, so give me something...
Have luck and love and luck and money, depending whatever you need to get.
So Mindy will make a gree bag, and we'll be back as the Headbangers Ball continues hanging out with Alice in Chains in New Orleans. We're in New Orleans Historic Voodoo Museum. Got to be careful about what you touch or sit around here. You have New Orleans in the lyrics of one of your songs. Is there a reason for that?
There is a reason for that. This is my third time in New Orleans, and last two times I wasn't feeling too good. And Rolling Stone magazine will probably write something really stupid about it, but anyway, it's just I didn't feel too good in New Orleans.
And you're feeling much better now.
Hey.
He's looking much
What do you
better right now.
think, buddy?
Feeling much better.
In this house of voodoo, all you gotta do is like you just
All I
pat
got-
Lane's head for luck.
All I
guess,
got this
a couple
time's a
times.
head cold,
There
and I
you
can
go.
handle that. But the one thing that I'm bummed about, no more whippets in New Orleans.
They're outlawed. Outlawed here.
What's a whippet?
A whippet is a whipped cream
Dispenser.
cartridge, you know, nitrous.
Put it in a balloon and suck.
Anyways, we're gonna be back hanging out with Allison Chains and
And we're gonna be hanging out with these guys
with these
a
guys.
little later. So stay tuned.
And right now, let's play a video from Megadeth. You might remember last week on the Ball, we were in Miami with Megadeth, and MTV's Headbangers Ball is presenting the Megadeth tour with Suicidal Tendencies. And right now, for those of you at home that are wondering, when's Megadeth coming to my town? I know you are wondering that right
I was
now.
wondering that right now.
So wonder it.
When are they coming, Ricky?
It's funny you ask, Mike. Here's some tour dates for you. Hanging out at New Orleans Historic Voodoo Museum. Am I saying New Orleans right? Is it Nolans? Or?
No.
It's New Orleans if you're local.
You sound like you're from New York, though. Where are you from?
Well, I'm from Baltimore.
Baltimore. Now you say it.
Baltimore.
No, New Orleans.
Nolans.
New Orleans.
No,
Hey, I want you to check this thing out right here. My friend, Mr. Alligator Head, behind us, right here.
Gator guy.
Gator breath. What do you got to say there?
I know people that look so much like that. Anyways, tell us about, you've got Lane's Gree
We've got
bag.
a Gree bag for Lane. It's going to bring him mucho luck. A lot of
Mucho
luck.
luck.
Mucho
Is that an
luck.
original voodoo word, mucho?
Yes, it is. It
Okay.
comes from the word
Like
mojo.
tour guide.
Right.
Okay.
Mucho.
Now tell me, what does he do
Like
with his
massive, like an abundance of luck.
Like,
Oh,
like
I
the
like-
gift of the universe. Yeah, everything.
yeah.
Now tell him, what does he do with his Gree bag?
With this Gree bag, he keeps on his right-hand side. When he has it on here. And then when he's sleeping, he keeps it underneath his pillow. So, and no one else should touch it.
I keep a knife under my pillow.
You do?
Can I
Well,
keep
just
the
don't cut the
two?
Gree bag open
Okay.
or the magic will escape.
Can't have that magic escape in there, Lane.
Magic escaping right here.
So you keep it under his pillow when he's sleeping, and then on his right side when he's walking around. So
Or,
no one
or
else-
limping around. Or
Or
limping
limping,
around,
yeah,
as
yeah.
the case may be.
Mm.
Anyway, we're hanging out here in New Orleans or Nolans or Baltimore.
So come on down.
So come on down. We'll just be waiting right here for you. We're here in front of the main altar in New Orleans, Nolans Historic Voodoo Museum, and you were telling me that this is kind of the way your room looks?
Looks like this, yeah. Except for, yeah, I like to put it
Camera
for all
crews
of
and
them.
lights. Well, actually, you probably
No
do have
camera,
that.
no
You have
crew.
those hidden, though.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So this right here is the main altar where I guess if you want to make a prayer or wish for something, is there anything that you want to wish for?
Yeah, get that snake out of here right now.
There is a girl in here with a really
Get that
huge
snake
snake,
on me.
and we're going to take a look at that in a little bit. We're going to bring the snake, and we're going to do this new kind of voodoo prayer where we wrap Lane's leg up in a snake and then put a mouse climbing on his navel and watch a big snake eat the mouse. And it's really good for the leg. They say that in voodoo, that's really good. Of course, me and Mike will be in the other...
We'll be in the other room
We'll be in the other room watching
Definitely.
it through the little TV monitors.
Exactly.
So as we leave,
Wow.
here's a Suicidal Tendencies video. Here is Nobody Hears, and we'll be back with Allison.
Good video.
We're hanging out in the Historic Voodoo Museum in New Orleans here with Lane and Mike, and Brandy and Zombie. Figure out which one is which. To be really honest, I'm not like
Hey, Ricky,
that comfortable with snakes.
will you touch my snake?
I wouldn't dare take it. You got quite a big snake there.
Thanks.
Tell me, so your title is a snake dancer?
Yeah, I do the public relations and slash snake dance.
I'm trying not to move now. What is a snake? Does a snake have like a great symbolic meaning?
Actually, yeah, it symbolizes Damballa, which is pretty much the most popular spirit in voodoo.
What kind of snake is it?
This is a Burmese python, and it's real
Oh, the
big and real
kind that
heavy.
start to wrap around things and just strangle
It
the
just
whole
kinda
life.
strangle you, yeah.
It could just strangle you, Mike.
So you don't feel scared around snakes?
Well,
That's
I
all right.
think any minute now.
already wrote that you were kicked out of the band.
I know. You read that? I think that any minute now this snake's going to jump up and rip a vein out of my neck. But other than that, you know.
What do you think? Are you scared of snakes? I guess not.
Look at him. Get away from me. You want some of this?
He's showing a lot of
You like Jack
affection.
Daniels?
He's showing a lot of affection to you and me now. Okay, let's go. Oh, okay, he's licking my arm now. It's time to go
Licking your
to.
neck now.
I'm not doing this. Let's go to a
He's
commercial.
wrapping himself around me.
Let's go to a commercial and
Quick.
we'll see what happens with Mike and Zombie and Brandy Lane.
Well, we're going to get a
We'll
room.
be back.
Us two are going to get a room.
The snake, you mean. Don't ask me why I'm the one that ends up with the head, but hey, look, I'm doing a lot better with the snake, and Lane's doing a lot better over there. We're about to take off from the New Orleans Historic Voodoo Museum. If you ever come to New Orleans, I suggest coming down here and visit Mindy. She'll make you a gree-gree bag, like Lane's got his gree-gree bag. Lane's got his gree-gree bag hanging. Mike got a gree-gree bag.
Nobody's had luck.
Hey, you're hanging pretty good there, Lane.
I'm hanging low.
And we're about to go to a graveyard, a very historic graveyard in New Orleans. And thank you, Mindy and Brandy and Zombie.
And we'll be back.
And right now, what are we going to do, please? Play another video? Here is a perfect video to play as the snake wraps around my neck. Here's Alice in Chains with We Die Young.
Hey, good job, buddy.
We're hanging out with Alice in Chains, actually. We just picked up Sean as leaving the historic Museum of Voodoo, and found him just hanging out in this graveyard. Is this someplace you frequent quite a bit when you're in New Orleans?
Yes, Rick.
Sean, this will give you luck. Here, take it.
What is that you have?
The magic gourd.
It's a magic gourd. Just rub it.
Rub the magic gourd, you'll have
It's the
good
gourd
luck.
of goody goodness, Rick.
I want to ask you a couple songs here. We'll come down here. We'll ask these questions to Lane. Anyways, what?
Lane's just like a little slice of heaven. Man.
How you just relaxing? Is this how you relax, you know, in between shows? The busy, rigorous touring, you come to graveyards kind of just
In
to
between
unwind.
graveyards.
Ricky, quick.
Will you try to take my photo?
He's been doing his Dave Mustaine for the rest of the day. So, we'll ask questions to Jared. Anyways, recording the album.
Jerry.
I'm sorry, Sean. Anyway, recording the album. Did you do anything? There was
No.
a little. Did you do anything?
You can't
I
prove
didn't even
nothing.
play.
Okay, Mike. Recording the album, Jared. Are there any things that were a lot different that you thought other than doing the first record? Going into the studio, were there any things that you said did purposely different?
Purple helmet, you can't prove anything.
You know, you get three of these guys together, we're not going to get an answer. Would you like to elaborate on that? How about you, Fred? We'll be back with more Alice in Chains. Hang on, Graveyards. The Headbangers Bar continues from New Orleans.
Hi, this is Mike Starr from Alice in Chains. I'm with John and Lane here. And we're going to ask this young lady what the candles represent. What do they represent?
Well, the candles represent the 7 African powers,
Yeah?
and I brought them, you know, for the blessing and of offering for the group.
Well, that'll bring us luck for the show tonight.
Right.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Hey,
They smell good, too.
yeah, they're giving out the great force now. The forces is coming in to give you the right positive notes you need for tonight.
I can feel it flowing right now. It's
You feeling it?
flowing. Yeah, I can feel that.
I'm feeling something flowing. Is there a restroom around here?
What do you guys think about Sean's hairdo? It's not bad, huh?
Fantabulous.
I did it. I do.
What about mine, huh?
There you go.
Okay, swickety-doo.
So we'll be right back when the Headbangers Ball continues.
So we're hanging out in front of Marie Laveau's tomb, and we're here with Miriam. And what is your title?
I'm Priestess Marian.
Okay.
I'm a voodoo priestess.
Okay, now I have a question. This is Marie Laveau's tomb, who was the queen of voodoo. How does one become a queen of voodoo?
Well, you have to practice the rites of voodoo and go through 7 stages to reach that, to be a priestess.
Now, can you put bad hexes on people as well as good hexes?
Well, that's possible, but I would rather put a good hex
Yeah.
because you can always come out with a positive reward if you do good.
So
Yeah.
if you do good hexes to people, then good things will come back to
Right.
you.
Good outweigh the evil forces anyway.
And is that something that you've been like studying in your family forever, the voodoo? And
Actually, I started in 1975. I started in Chicago, Illinois, and I've been practicing for 14 years.
Is New Orleans kind of the hub of voodoo?
Yes.
Is this where it is?
It
Now,
is.
where does voodoo, where is it originated from?
Voodoo actually came from Africa. It's the western part of Africa, and then it came through Haiti and the other part of the country, the slave trade, and to New Orleans, and it was practiced here by Marie Laveau and other persons before her, but she was better known for the work.
And I see that they have these 3 X's, that people put X's. What did the X's symbolize?
Well, the X's is what one uses when they're making their request. It's like, you know, your signature, like you put your signature. So it's like just a signature for your request.
So it's not like defacing the tomb, right? It brings good stuff putting X's on this?
Well, actually it is. It is the voodoo cross in that sense. And you would use that when you're making a request to the Lord. So in terms of requesting to Marie Laveau, one put the X on the tomb like that.
All right, and we're going to be back hanging out with Alice in Chains in New Orleans. But right now, here's a video from Stone Temple Pilots.
Go ahead, dude.
Hanging out with a couple of the guys from Alice in Chains in New Orleans. And talk to someone here. We're going to actually get some questions about the album Dirt.
Doubt it.
We'll try to put a few of them anyway. Anyways, who writes most of the songs on this album?
Me.
Do you really?
I wrote them all.
Now, some of them have, like, kind of personal meanings, like the song Rooster.
I wrote them all. That's all I'm saying. They're
What
all
about the
personal.
song Rooster?
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Doesn't have any deep meanings?
I like chicken.
Oh, you're one of those guys.
Barry wrote that about his dad. His dad was in Vietnam. They called him the Rooster because he'd be with his gun. And just fire off rounds and rounds.
He
and
likes
rounds.
to pluck things, in other words.
And I also noticed that Tom Araya did something on the album. What does he do?
Tom Araya does a bad version of Iron Man, which we called Iron Gland, and we only let him do it because he gave us real bad peyote, and we were real pissed at him. It didn't work.
Bad is good, bad is good.
So,
It's better than that.
We want to say hi to Tom. Tom, how you doing?
you're
We love you,
You're
Tom.
making friends on today's show.
No, we really do love
He
Tom.
knows
He's a
I'm
great
joking.
guy.
Anyways, let's play some more stuff. And we'll be back in New Orleans hanging out with Alice in Chains.
Wow.
Hanging out in a cemetery with Alice in Chains. Anyway, you guys are out right now with Ozzy. And how long does that go for?
Whenever we feel like quit.
Oh, it's just time to leave, and then Ozzy, we're out of here.
No, what is it, 3 more weeks?
Yeah, 3 more weeks. November 11th it ends. The next day we go on tour, headlining our own.
Yeah,
US
now you
club
guys are
dates.
about to start your own tour, so
Yeah.
tell me about
First
that.
headline.
It's smaller venues, club dates, a little sweatier, which is funner.
Funner?
Funner, sweatier,
Yeah.
smaller clubs, yeah.
Stadium stuff. We're gonna go out with Screaming Trees and Grunt Truck,
So we're 2 great bands.
and you don't play their videos with that, you don't play their videos with that finely cropped do of yours.
You like it? Does
We're-
it work for you?
No, I like the do, but we'll come after you.
Right on.
All right?
So anyways, you kind of nervous about going out on your own?
No.
Yeah.
You are?
Oh yeah.
Oh, let me
I'm
think.
scared.
Don't look at his eyes. Don't
Let's
look
keep,
at his
now
eyes.
I know why you keep those on. We'll be back with more Alice in Chains in New Orleans when the Headbangers Ball continues. Headbangers Ball coming to you from New Orleans. That's my pronunciation. New Orleans. Nowlands. With Alice in Chains. And the album's Dirt's been out for a while, but we had Wood even even before Dirt was released.
You've had wood
Exactly.
before we even
Second I-
wrote the song.
Exactly. Now, was that song written for the single soundtrack, or did they kind of... Cameron just heard it and
No,
decided to
it
use
was-
it?
We wrote a bunch of songs before that, and then he like picked through them.
Are there any songs that didn't appear on the album that were recorded for the
A
album?
couple
2
of
or
them
3, yeah.
We're on staff.
On SAP?
A couple of them.
Yeah. And there's another question. We've been talking to Alice in Chains for quite a while, right before your first album came out, and now, you know, the album's been out, entered the charts real high. I think it entered the charts at like 6 or something.
6. And now we're going down.
That happens, though. But see, you can use this as the rocket fuel to burst it back up the charts by telling everybody to go out and buy the record.
Thanks, Madonna. Thanks for nothing.
Anyways, have you reached a new plateau of newfounded fame? Things much different? Do you get recognized?
Yeah, we're gonna
Do
go out with Garth Brooks on a tour, and we're gonna
The chart-topping tour?
Are you kidding me?
He's opening. He's opening for us. He's a real good guy. And it's a new fandangled thing we got going.
Sounds good. Well, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule for hanging out with
We
us.
play all kinds of music. I mean, we play country and western, and he plays country western. So it's kind of,
You're much more versatile than Garth.
we're better looking.
Exactly.
He
Well,
weighs way more than any of us.
but he has a bigger hand.
His wife's ugly.
He's got a huge lid.
Well, we're going to leave these guys to go carry on their merry tour, and let's leave you with a video from Alice in Chains. Here is,
What? Them both?
a good one. This is Them Bones from
Get
Alice in
over
Chains.
here.